You wouldn't build a house without a foundation, so why try to build a business without one? Grow your contracting business and grow your mind with Growth Mindset Monday.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Mindset Monday, and I salute you on today, Labor Day. Listen, I really hope most of you guys are at the lake, or you're up in the mountains, or you're barbecuing. You're doing something to enjoy the day. But some of you guys are working. Hey, it's the reality of the situation. It was funny, though. I'll be honest with you. I completely forgot today was a holiday. So here we are, right? Now, we got some fun in this weekend. Don't worry. We went up to the mountains. We did some four-wheeling. We went down to the lake and hung out a little bit. I actually picked wild huckleberries. Yep, that was me. Little wild huckleberries. If you've never tried huckleberries, you're missing out, my friend. We were out four-wheeling up in the mountains, and my sister's in front of me. She's riding with my brother-in-law. She's like, stop! And everybody stops, and she jumps off. She's like, huckleberries! The girl's got an eagle eye for huckleberries. We sat there for about 10 minutes and got like half a baggie. Kind of felt like I was getting drugs. Go figure. By the way, did you know, at least in Eastern Idaho, a gallon-sized bag of huckleberries goes for, wait for it, $100. That's right. And after those few minutes picking those little itty bitty berries, I think next time I'm just going to pay the $100. Call it good. We got at least a couple of you guys. You guys know the drill. If you're here live, go ahead and drop your name and your business name. We'll give you the good old shout out. We got Michael Babbitt with BMF Services, fencing out of Charlevoix, Michigan. Welcome to the show. Motivated Laborers, good morning. Good motivated Monday morning. Tuning in while servicing Montrose, Pennsylvania today. Welcome to the show. Now, enough about me. This show is about you. Now, I like to bring a little humor into the show. I love to share a little bit with you guys, because at the end of the day, truth is, you're not here for me. You're here for you, right? So we got to make sure that you guys are getting the value that you need to get the results that you want out of your business. We got Amanda Neese with Almost Anything Remodeling out of Utah. Welcome, Amanda. And we got Renaissance Building Company, Michelangelo out of Western Massachusetts. Welcome to the show. So let's get rolling on this, okay? Here's the thing that I want you to understand, okay? There's a difference between a contractor that's doing $250,000 a year and a contractor that's doing $1 million. There's a difference between one that really understands what it means to be $1 million contractor and one that can scale to 10 million, right? And I've seen this because literally I've worked with hundreds of contractors over the last few years. I think we're pushing 800. Technically, I consider working as more than just sitting in a class because this year alone have probably, we've probably done 350 or 400 contractors in one of our 3-hour CE classes. So I don't count those. We got Harold Phillips, National Support Solutions, New York Capital Region. Welcome to the show. Now, why am I telling you this? Because inside of every single week, every episode of Mindset Monday, we're dropping some bombs for you. We're kicking you in the balls a little bit. We're giving you some tools and some tactics. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand there's a reason it's called Mindset Monday, because it doesn't matter what tools you have. What matters is your ability, one, to believe that they're the right tools, two, to implement those very tools inside of your business. That's it. Right? I can tell you from working with contractors that have had $1 million and dropped to zero. Those have had 250 and pushed to 3.5 million. Those that have been at $1 million and pushed to 5 or 10 or 15. Right? I've seen it all. And what I'm telling you is, number one, more important than anything, is that belief system, right? That belief system, whether you believe it's possible or not, you are 100% right, my friend. Now, I'm telling you this because some of the stuff that I'm going to drop on you today is going to be a little difficult for you to understand. I get it, right? 10 years ago, I was the guy who woke up and the first thing I did was play on my phone. First thing, okay? And then I try and figure out, what's happening today and reacting to the world, okay? That was me 10 years ago. But 10 years ago, I got introduced to, for lack of a better term, a morning routine. Now, here's what I want you to understand, okay? Keep this with you. If you keep anything with you today, keep this with you. Own your mindset, own the morning. You want to be doing $1 million? Own your mindset, own your morning. You want to be doing 10 million? Own your mindset, own your morning. You all get to a point where you can't do anything else yourself, right? And you need to understand that. I love that you guys are hustlers and grinders. I love it. I used to be a hustler and grinder too, right? Call it recovering hustler and grinder, right? But what I've learned is the key to freedom is people, processes, and a plan. Those three things: people, processes, plan. You have those three in place. You leverage those three. You create that exponential growth that you're after. Okay. Now, back to mindset, right? Some of you guys are already doing $1 million. Congratulations. Awesome. But this is now for you to start thinking to the 10 million. For those of you that are not doing $1 million, this is for you to consider. Okay. Contractors that grow consistently aren't lucky. They're consistent, right? Contractors that grow consistently aren't lucky. They're consistent. And you have to understand this. The boring stuff is the stuff you fall in love with. We got Ricky with Kingdom Carpentry Services out of St. Pete's. Welcome to the show. They're not lucky, right? You're like, man, why is that guy growing? Why? Well, because he's doing the fundamentals over and over and over again. I'll give you a perfect example. We're doing a workshop this Thursday, which you're all invited to. We'll drop a link to the community here at the end. But we're doing a workshop for our community members on Thursday. It's all about, I call it shaking hands and kissing babies, right? It's all about building relationships that pay off for life, not for the next job that you then have to turn around and go find the next job that you then have to turn around and go find the next job, right? Relationships that last for life. That's what we're after. Perfect example. See if I can find it here. We landed this last week. We were driving up to the mountains. Where did that go? I'll find it here. We were driving up to the mountains, okay? And I got an email, and the email said, congratulations, you've been awarded the following contract. Now I need to find this thing. See, I can't talk about the contract without showing it to you. So we've been awarded a contract. Now, this contract didn't come for any other reason other than the relationship I had. Like, that's it. The relationship that I had got me the contract, right? Let's see. I'll find it. Anyway, the contract was for $310,000. $310,000 that I spent $0 in ad spend, right? That I spent $0, putting on social media. I just got really good at finding who I wanted to work with and what I wanted to do for them, and then built a plan around that consistently. By the way, this one partnership has now resulted this year alone, and we're in September, this year alone has resulted in almost $600,000 in work. And if we play our cards right, we'll be over $1 million. One relationship, 1 year, $1 million. And by the way, it's going to keep paying off because I keep investing in the relationship, right? So what I tell you is not theory. Welcome, Bill from Little Rock. What I tell you is not theory. What I tell you is fact, okay? Now, that's just one aspect, marketing. I want to zoom back out and go back to you guys. Contractors that consistently win or consistently grow aren't lucky. They're consistent, right? The difference is what they do at the beginning of the day, not at the end of the day, not at 2:00 in the morning. I know some of you knuckleheads like to stay awake till 2:00 in the morning, right? And then you post your picture. I'm grinding. I'm putting out this estimate. I'm like, good for you. I'm sleeping. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm out, right? We want to get you guys back to what you should be doing, okay? So the average contractor, what do they do in the morning? Tell me if this is you. Wakes up late, scrolls on the phone, rushes out the door. breakfast, an energy drink, and a burrito from the convenience store, right? $1 million contractors or $1 million plus contractors, call them even 8-figure contractors. What do? They get up in the morning. The first thing that they do is work on them. They work on them, right? What does that mean? Well, I'll give you a perfect example. We got a couple more things here. We got Home Tech Pro. I think the GDP throws off everything in contracting. Nobody wants to learn. Sounds great. Hey man, we've gone through this before. That's a great story. There's still good people out there. There's still plenty of work. Okay. We got Builder. Apologize. I cannot pronounce your name, but hi, Corin. Welcome to the show. So what is it that happens in the morning? Now I'll give you my own perspective. The first 2 hours of my morning are nothing to do with answering phone calls, emails, or text messages. Nothing. Now, I know I'm an anomaly. I wake up at 4 a.m. I get it, right? But from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., guess what I get? Me, myself, and alone time, okay? The first thing that I do when I get up is I either pray or meditate. Now, I'm not here to preach religion to any of you guys, but I want you to understand is I work on this thing, right? I work on connection with my higher power. Angel from Nieves Bros, welcome to the show. I work on myself. Okay, my morning routine. So the first 2 hours of my day are not reactive, they're proactive. So I focus on, okay, maybe I don't feel like it today, but what do I have to do to change my mindset to feel like it today, right? It's either gratitude or it's prayer or it's reflection. I ground myself on what really matters. Why am I doing this? Why? Is it because of me? No. Is it because of the next job? No, I'm doing this for my family. But what purpose beyond that, right? I keep myself grounded. The second thing I do is affirmations or visualizations of the goal, right? What are you doing? We got Jesse says meditation is amazing. Absolutely it is. And for all you haters out there, give it a shot. I dare you. What are you doing to set yourself up for success? Okay. If you can't see it, it won't happen. A lot of you guys are like, man, it would be really cool if I had $1 million. Yeah, it would. So why don't you just start to visualize it? What needs to happen inside of your business? What are you doing, right? You're not going to grind your way to $1 million. You got to start leveraging things. And the first thing is your mindset, okay? You have to start intentionally thinking that way. And then I immediately go to journaling. Now, I physically don't write anymore. I use my iPad to write, right? So that way it's digital and I can carry it with me. But I write. I'm like, what needs to happen today? All things being equal, yes, I have client visits or we got to go bid a job or we got to do whatever we got to do, right? I focus on what are the 3 things that have to happen today, regardless of the fires that come up, regardless of the things that are burning a hole in my pocket. Like, what are the 3 things? And those are the 3 things that drive me, right? They drive me. Those are the 3 things. So my invitation for you is the next time that you wake up in the morning, maybe you wake up 15, 20 minutes early. And maybe you just spend 5 minutes just in meditation. Yeah, you got to get out of bed or else you're going to fall back asleep. Okay. Meditate and just start to think, right? Where am I at in life right now? Where am I at compared to I want to be? Where do I actually want to achieve this year, this quarter, this week? Okay. And what's it going to take to get there? You will be amazed how much mental clarity you have in the morning when the only thing you're thinking about is getting yourself grounded. You'll be amazed at the answers that come, right? Solutions to problems. Okay. The second thing, you have to take care of yourself. Sounds silly. Who cares how big you grow your business if you're ignoring yourself and your family to turn around and try and spend the rest of your life taking care of yourself and trying to get your family back? I don't know about you, but I don't want that path. I was going down that path and I don't want it. Okay. So the first thing that I do is I take care of me mentally, right? Prayer, gratitude, journaling. The next thing that I do is I go to the gym. I sweat. Now, I'm not telling you guys you need to go to the gym. For some of you, it's walking, it's swimming, it's biking. Do something. Move that little body of yours. If it doesn't feel good, there's a reason it doesn't feel good. It's because you're not taking care of it. Okay. You burn out because you're sacrificing your health first. There's only so far an energy drink's going to take you, or 16 cups of coffee, right? Or some of you Adderall, right? There's only so far it's going to take you. So you got to start thinking of yourself first. What are your non-negotiables? First thing that I do after I meditate and I journal, the first thing I do is I go to the gym. I exercise. I move. Okay. The next thing that I do is the fuel. Okay. What's the first thing I put into my body? For some of you, the first thing you put into your body is a Rockstar or a Monster or a Red Bull. Not sustainable. Okay. I literally just hired 2 weeks ago. I hired a nutritionist. I'm in my mid 40s. Like, let's just be real. Like, stuff's not working the way it used to. And it sucks, right? But it's the reality. And I got two choices: fight it or learn how to deal with it. Okay. First thing in the morning is I have these electrolytes that I take. And then I also take creatine. That's me. Okay. I've learned what works for me with a big 16-ounce glass of water. That's the first thing in my morning, right? Bring my body back to balance, get my body rehydrated. Jesse says she does water. That's great. That's great, man. That's a perfect place to start. But start to fuel your body, okay? Think about the first thing you put into your body. If it's a donut, what are your decisions going to be like the rest of the day? Taquitos from the grocery store, and maybe a couple of greasy burgers, right? Or you do protein, or you do water, or you do a green smoothie in the morning. And now all of a sudden what happens? You're more apt to make better food decisions throughout the rest of your day, okay? The last thing, and this necessarily isn't a morning thing, but I want you to understand that sleep is a thing you will never get back. I wear one of these things. It's called a Whoop, right? It tracks my sleep, my recovery, all kinds of different things. I know how good my sleep is, and I know how much sleep I get every night. I also know that I'm not getting it back, right? Elevate Plumbing says this is a very good conversation to have. Thank you, my friend. Listen, you're not going to get it back, and you're not 22 years old. By the way, if you are 22, sleep. It's good for you. Now, truth be told, I don't get 8 hours of sleep. I literally cannot sleep 8 hours. I can't. But I get 6 at a minimum. My push is for 6.5 every night. If I get 6 to 6.5, like, I'm golden, right? But I've learned to take care of my body. If it's the middle of the afternoon and you're tired, yeah, you can slam another energy drink, or maybe you just take a 15-minute power nap. Lay your seat back in your truck, take a 15-minute power nap. There's nothing wrong with it. Trust me, there's a reason kids do it, or we force kids to do it. Okay. What if you've swapped your late nights for early workouts? You had more energy and you were making better decisions, right? Your business, by the way, will never outpace your energy. Never. So if you're lacking energy right now, what makes you think that your business is somehow going to keep growing when you keep grinding and you keep slowing down? It's not going to happen. Okay. Third thing, right? So I focus on meditation, prayer, journaling, right? Making myself focused in the morning. Then I take care of myself physically. Okay. One thing I didn't mention is I make sure that I take care of my family. I'm at a different stage in life. I would say all my kids are grown up, but 2 of them have moved back in. So it is what it is. But I have morning routine, which now includes breakfast. Always had breakfast with the family. That was our thing, right? Because people are busy during the day, but at least we have breakfast together. Then now I'm ready for the day. Mind you, this is all before 7 a.m. So I've been up for 3 hours. Some of you are getting up at 7 a.m. I've been up for 3 hours and I am focused and ready to roll. 7 a.m. What's the next thing that I do? Now I focus on the business, but I don't start responding to emails or text messages. It doesn't matter yet. Doesn't matter. What I look are 3 things. 3 things. Okay. Ready? Number 1 is the calendar. What do I have on the schedule today that I need to prep for? What do I have? Is it important client meetings, right? Is it scheduled change that needs to happen with priorities on a job? Like, what are the 3 things? Okay. That I focus on the calendar. Number 2, the numbers. Some of you guys are just looking at your bank account. Doesn't tell you an accurate story. Okay. But the numbers, what does cash flow look like? What does job statuses look like? Do I need to start billing? Do I need to follow up with somebody? Like, where am I at with the numbers? We're at the dollars. Remember, if you don't have dollars, your business isn't going to survive. Then the last thing, what are the 1 to 2 priorities for my team today? Now, some of you guys know this, but we have the consulting business, right? Where we help contractors scale and grow, but we also have our commercial construction management business, right? So I have 2 different tracks, but my wife runs that track. So together we determine, hey, what are the 1 to 2 things that need to happen with the cruise today? But I also have my internal team of 5. Hey, what do we need to do today? This morning, I was on with my office manager, Chelsea. Guess what? We're figuring out our new 13-week program that we're launching. Business fundamentals. Like, at the end of the 13 weeks, you're going to be on fire with the stuff that we're teaching, right? But we're getting the workbooks done. We're getting the scripts for the videos ready. Like, we're going to launch this thing next week, right? What do we got to get done today? Now, think about that. That's 3 hours that I have prior to most people starting their day. And now I'm ready to rock and roll. So by the time I get to the office, now I can start talking about, okay, Who are the phone calls that I need to make, the emails I need to respond to, 8:00, right? Do you see a difference, right? Imagine if your day started like that. And I'm saying you need 4 hours before, maybe it's just 1 hour. Maybe you can squeeze 2, but what if you were focused, right? And this thing is a catalyst for either growth or destruction. Okay. Leverage it for what it's worth. You can put your phone on do not disturb. And guess what? You don't see any messages. You're cool. No phone calls. You're cool. And you can get done what you need to get done. At the end of the day, success or failure is 100% your responsibility. So if you want to succeed, start focusing on this and you first. What are you doing to put your mindset right every single day? What are you doing to take care of yourself physically and mentally every single day? What are you doing to make sure that your family knows that you're present and you're there for them? Okay. And then what are you doing to make sure that you're going to win the day, right? We've got this wristband that we give out to clients, right? And it says, raise the standard. Okay. The reason it says raise the standard is because in order for you to have what you don't have, you have to change the person that you are. The person that you are right now is not capable of that. A lot of you guys want to hit $1 million. That's great. But the person you are right now isn't capable of that. Some of you guys are hovering right around $1 million, a little over, a little under, but you've been stuck there. Guess what? The person that's capable of 5 is not the same person. Some of you are hovering between 3.5 and 5, and you want to hit 10. Same thing. Okay. The only way for you to get to where you want to get to is becoming the newer version of yourself. And yes, it's uncomfortable. And yes, it's painful. And yes, a lot of people aren't going to understand it. But that's what it takes. That's what it takes. I had lunch with a home builder this last week. They do $80 million a year. 80 million. Okay. And we were talking about some of this stuff. And guess what? After a while, you lose sight of things. And you have to go back to the fundamentals. But how do you get to $80 million? Guess what? It's the fundamentals. It's exactly what I just told you. So if you're struggling to make it through your day, if you're struggling to figure out what to do next, if you're struggling with really understanding what it's going to take to get to the next level, I can give you all the systems. I can give you all the frameworks. I can give you all the tools. They are absolutely worthless. There, I said it. They're worthless. If you're not willing to do what it takes to get yourself right so that you can apply those tools. I literally I have a contractor list of like 10,000 contractors. Maybe it's like 8,700 contractors. And I send it to people. Okay. There's 2 people. There's the people who execute the plan and see results. And they're the ones that are like, hey man, I made 10 phone calls and most of them told me to pound sand. Yeah, you're right. They did. Because you made 10 phone calls. What do you expect? Right? I'm going to go back to the beginning of the conversation, right? Those who win consistently are those who are consistent. That's it. So to wrap things up here, okay, if I can give you anything, understand this. Consistency wins. You want to have a better physical body? Be consistent. You want to have better mental clarity? Be consistent with your journaling, your prayer, your gratitude. You want to have a better relationship with your spouse and your kids? Be consistent. You want to have a business that grows? Be consistent, right? Quit riding the roller coaster of life. Yes, Six Flags is fun and so is Disney, but those 30 to 60 second highs, they don't last, right? I would much rather have this gradual incline that takes me where I want to go, and so should you. All right, that's all I got for you. Happy Labor Day. Thank you, each of you, for all the hard work that you do. If you'd like to join us inside of our community, we have a special, if you will, offer. We offer a free 7-day trial for those of you who want to join us. Again, we have our entire training library inside of there. We have, expert access, if you want to call it that. We have live trainings every week. This week, again, if you want to be part of our workshop, we'll be hosting it through our community. You can join for free. We offer a free 7-day trial, so you can at least check it out this week, and we'll have it available for you. All right. That's all I got for you guys. It's time for you guys to either get to work or go focus on what you need to focus on today, your family. But either way, it's time to get after it. 3, 2, 1.